Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome yet again to another Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It's me, Leslie Tanner, creator and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Well, tonight we are doing something that we haven't done in a long time, and we are long overdue. Possibly the most effective and important tool in the entire program. Ladies and gentlemen, that is guided meditations. Tonight on Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Good evening, everyone. How are we doing tonight? Namaste to each and every single one of you in the chat. Already, I feel so thankful for those of you that are always here in that front row. You're always here in that front row, ready to absorb, ready to get that vibe started, ready to contribute as well. Namaste, everyone. How is everyone doing, my explorers? How are you? Beautiful Saturday night, right? Gorgeous Saturday night. Mick Nab over at youtube.com. I see you. Twitch won't let us combine the chats anymore. But I see you. I just want you to know that over at YouTube. Namaste. How are we though? How are we all doing? It's wonderful to be with you. 2 nights in a row. I feel lucky. I feel embarrassed with riches. Namaste. Jizz, what about now? Do you hear it? Do you get an echo? And guys, it's wonderful to be with you. Happy Saturday to all of you. Halfway through that weekend that we explored just last night. We explored the weekend. I sat on my roof and stared in the sun all day. Namaste. Pepperoncini with a communal vision. I'm sure this is going to be terrific. Thanks so much, Pepperoncini. I really appreciate this. Yeehaw, says Pepperoncini. Just saying yeehaw, saying hello, sharing, and really just expressing himself with that. Namaste to you. I appreciate that. Really appreciate that, Pepperoncini. Now, guys, we have such a wonderful night ahead of us. We're just getting settled in, and I wanted to, blast things off a little bit earlier than we've been picking the scab at 8:30, but I was like, listen, tonight's too important. Tonight is too effective to mess around with the time. We got to get back to the normal time because we got to allow as much time and energy for the tool that we have at our disposal this evening. Through Explorations with Leslie Tanner, I am going to do something with you tonight that no other Twitch channel has offered currently offers or will ever offer. Ladies and gentlemen, truly a special experience tonight I have for you. Namaste. It is a series of improvised, custom, guided meditations based on every single call that we received tonight. So in a couple moments, we'll open up the line on the number you see on the top of the screen, and I'll take calls from each of you. I'll ask you some questions about your day, about your life, about how you're feeling. Then I will take a moment to sort of hit a pause button on my mind and my spirit to make room for you and the universe to sort of enter me like a prism, so to speak. Then we will begin your guided meditation. And when I say you are in for a treat tonight with the guided meditation, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not blowing smoke, as they say. I am not fibbing. We are lucky beyond luck to be joined tonight by a very special, very talented analog glitch artist. That's what they're doing these days. Silver Stab, namaste and welcome. That's what they're doing these days. They're taking all this old equipment and they're doing all this silly stuff with it. And we have such a talented guy with us right now. He's in the green room, so to speak, dialing it in. We were rehearsing a little bit earlier today, making sure everything is dialed in and ready to rock and roll. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll know him by many names. You'll know him as Angry Driver. You'll know him as ZXC and a series of numbers and letters. Or you might just know him as Explorer Jizz, who just joined back in on the Discord server. Explorer Jizz will be joining us tonight, accompanying us with the visuals for our guided meditations this evening. So namaste for that. Namaste for that. BPMC. You mean that, like Big Popper, the guy? Do you do glitch stuff, Grixophir? Do I know you have a different username? Potentially, possibly. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Oh, goodness gracious. I can feel the electricity in this chat already is overwhelming me. Namaste. Nindi Nu, thank you so much for the bits.
We are not the universe observing itself. No. We are the universe enduring itself, tolerating itself.
Absolutely. And that's something that we got to keep in mind. Namaste. Jizz, a message for Jizz. Jizz, if you can hear me, is there still a doubled audio on your side? Yeah, for some reason that popped up a second ago, and I just wanted to check in real quick before we get any farther, just to make sure, double sure. No, it's good. Wonderful. Good. So how are we doing? As we settle in, as we find our places, our seats for the night, as we get that energy, sort of, that special energy for an exploration with Leslie Tanner, as we get that in, and sort of, it's a sort of relaxation at the same time, but in a Leslian sense. So that means, relax, but also, be kind of tense because it's not comfortable to be in pain, which is what relaxation means here. To keep that in the forefront of our minds tonight. Can we acknowledge that mullet? It ties the room together. Steve Giggs, namaste to you. I really appreciate that. Namaste. I recently got it trimmed up on the sides. Got it shaved up. The hairdresser was doing me up, and we've known each other for years. And they said to me, they said, well, the idea was we were gonna do a fade. And then they couldn't do a fade, and then they said, they said something to the effect of, they realized they had fucked up and said, quote, not me thinking I can do a fade, and then just shaved the side of my head, which I loved it, and because I know it's an adventure. We go on adventures together, and hair cutting is but one adventure. If you ever see this, I don't want to dox you, but green dust, if you ever see this, I want you to know how much I appreciate you. Not me thinking I can do a fade is what they said. A couple years ago, they took me to go see Carly Rae Jepsen, if you'd believe that. They took me to go see Carly Rae Jepsen, if you would believe that. One of the most wonderful times of my life. I had a fantastic time that evening. Fantastic time. I was very drunk, for about 10 hours in a row. Very fun. I do. I love Carly Rae. I love Carly Rae. Duncan did it with a communal vision. Duncan did it. Thank you so much for this perspective tonight. The adventure of metamorphosizing into an eagle. I love it. I love that. Duncan playing abstract games with us already. Well, listen, namaste, guys. It's wonderful to be with you. Like I said, it's me. Oh, my goodness gracious. Fluxorm Zero resubbing for the 14th month in a row. Fluxorm Zero, I've survived an abortion. Did not know that. Thank you. Your hair and the darkness of the light of the program are two things that won't fade. That program works. Fluxorm Zero, very poignant stuff tonight. Very exciting. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. And while we're at it, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. Before we get into the meditations, it's time for a you know what. Like Massachusetts guy 666. Massachusetts guy coming in with 666 bits. Namaste to Massachusetts guy. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Very generous of you. Pepperoncini 2 bits. Pour 1 bit. Pour 1 bit. Pour 1 bit. Namaste. Extremely generous, guys. We're just getting started. You think that the energy can't get any higher? You think that the next level can't be any closer, any more unlocked? Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. We are just getting started. Saturday night exploration, meditation with Leslie Tanner and joined by special guest artist Jiz.
I wish this would stop.
Hype train continuing. I love fresh memes resubbing. I love fresh memes. Blessings to you tonight. Very generous of you. I love fresh memes coming in very sweetly with that single resub. Namaste to I love fresh memes. As we get settled in, I just want everybody to know, listen, when you call up tonight, you don't got to worry about being funny. You don't got to be worried about doing little characters, little voices. I just need you to be you tonight. I need you to be you, and I'll be Leslie, Jiz will be Jiz, and we will let the universe be the universe. Because ultimately, that's what this program is built on, ladies and gentlemen. It's built on the universe being the universe. We have positioned ourselves in between the tidal forces of this universe to unlock and unleash the power as it is expressed through us, within us, without us, for this moment in time. This brief moment of our lifetimes. Namaste. Sometimes the universe doesn't want me to play good stuff. Sometimes it says, "Hey Leslie, you played enough nice notes. Let's give you a real fucking turd. Let's give you an absolute little turd, a little dry, little stinky little turd that's come out of your mouth, out of your mind, out of your fingertips." Namaste. And who am I to say no to this universe? You know, the universe has brought me this far. I've ridden the universe this far. Well, if it's gonna give me a little turd, I'll chew on it. If it's gonna give me a little turd, I'll chew on it. Namaste. Wow. Wow. Wow, everybody. Namaste to you. Let's get through. Let's get settled back in. Settle down. Everybody bring that energy back on down. I can feel that energy getting really jerked up. Everybody's getting really aroused. I can feel a very sort of damp arousal, a damp, terse arousal from the chat after experiencing that high of a focus of jazz. That high of a focus of expression of jazz. And we all know where jazz came from, right? From who and what religion? Ugh. First name but namaste and welcome to the program. Blessings and namaste to you on this beautiful Saturday night. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. As you can see on the screen, we'll be getting into a meditations with Leslie Tanner in just a moment. Just a moment, we'll be opening up the lines and taking calls from you all, the explorers. And I will be joined by an analog glitch artist, a very talented young man, goes by the name Jiz. Explorer Jiz will be joining us tonight with some analog glitch art along with we'll be improvising together based on each call. Pepperoncini, this shit could not happen on a Wednesday weekend. No, it could not. Pepperoncini bringing something let's illuminate this right here. What Pepperoncini just shared, and then we'll go through some orders of business and open up that line. Now, Pepperoncini bringing up something interesting that we were talking about last night. You know, how the degenerates that work service industry jobs, waiting tables or maybe busing stuff, or maybe dog walking, or maybe, bartending. They've got their weekends usually right in the middle of the week, anywhere between a Monday and Thursday. And that is disgusting. That is we need, I love working with them. But they're like Morlocks from the Time Machine, as we discussed last night. They're sort of these little, demonic zombie-like, degenerate figures that rise from the earth, and they get all zizzed up on a Tuesday night, if you could believe that. They get zizzed up on a Tuesday night, and that is just something that this kind of thing that we're doing tonight, meditations and jazz, is not going to happen on a Tuesday night. Sorry, sorry, that's not going to happen on a Tuesday night. Namaste. Namaste. Sunshine Melody saying these vibes are intense. Well, you just buckle up. You just buckle up, because that intensity is not going anywhere tonight. That intensity is not going anywhere tonight. Namaste. Well, as we are here for a meditation with Leslie Tanner, let's get through these quick little orders of business before we launch off into our meditations for the evening. Now, real quick, Joe Williams over at YouTube.com. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I just want you to know I see you. The combined chat is not going to be a thing for a second, because there are certain factions of the Twitch admins that are sort of they're looking out for blood. They want to destroy people. They want to destroy people, and they're not going. I'm not going to catch. They're not going to catch me. They're not going to catch us. No, sorry. I'm watching out. Now, quick, real first order of business. This is the final stream of June, and because of that, it is very important that we revisit one more time. A fallen explorer, an explorer that bid us farewell in a sort of huff of emotional intensity just a couple weeks ago, but nonetheless, we must honor him this month as the explorer of the month. The Ahmads and I got together and declared you-know-who as the Explorer of the Month of June 2025. So, guys, go ahead and shoot a message off to this Explorer. You'll see him on the screen in just a moment. Larry Picklejar, Lost Dormant Explorer, Chaotic Neutral, first patriot of the program. That's true. And for that, I will always be indebted to him. So, guys, special namaste tonight to Larry Picklejar, June 2025's Explorer of the Month. Thank you so much, Larry, for your energy. Hopefully we get you back. Namaste. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Now, second order of business, guys, you know what I'm about to do. Send me a little something. Guys, you know I love getting stuff in that P.O. box of mine. P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. Send me a postcard, a letter, a little package, any dang old thing you want to send me. Put it in that U.S. Postal Service, and I will get it and read it right on air. I love establishing that connection between us, and I will continue to love it, because it's true. I love just opening that little latch, getting that little slip, going to the front desk, making small talk with the workers. Tremendous relationship that I have with the post office workers, and then then they give me whatever you send me, which I think one of the last things was sent to me was a fake herpes test, and I didn't really appreciate that. I didn't like that at all, but what are you going to do? Now, guys, final little order of business. If you find yourself sort of bowled over by the transformation that you see in the Explorers tonight in this program, if you find yourself sort of just knocked back on your heels by how effective this personal power program truly is, well, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to tell you just for a moment about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. The community of devoted light at patreon.com hosts my library of exclusive materials, growing library. I'm talking lectures, podcasts, sort of little musings, videos, exclusive videos you can't get anywhere else. A monthly postcard. It's truly an amazing deal. I love giving these tools out, and just for a couple dollars a month, I can't believe that I'm able to do this. I cannot believe I'm able to give you these kinds of tools for just a couple dollars a month. So, guys, if you feel called, if you feel inspired, simply click on that link that I just dropped into the chat, and that'll give you some instructions and some information how you too can join my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Namaste. Now, so let's go, guys. So listen, in a moment we're going to open up the lines and we're going to speak to you. So just again, to recover what we're going to get into tonight, I will be taking a call from each explorer that calls tonight, and just for a couple minutes, I will ask a series of questions just to plumb the depths of your conscious, subconscious, and unconscious minds. after doing that, I will take a moment to sort of wipe the slate clean of my mind's eye, and I will enter the sort of meditation realm, so to speak, with our special guest artist, Jizz. Explorer Jizz will be doing some, he and I will be sort of improvising a guided meditation with one another based on the content of each call. Now, this is extremely taxing. I want that to be understood very clearly by the chat right now. This is an extremely taxing exercise. This is not easy to do. This really requires both of us to sort of dig very deep and pull very profoundly from every experience, every tutelage we've ever had in our lives, every craft that we have, every tool in the tool belt, so to speak, to give you one of the, I would say maybe the most effective tool in this program. So listen, all you got to do is call up, be yourself. I'll be myself, and we'll get some stuff ready to go. Okay, that's all we got to do. You be you, I'll be me. Jizz will be Jizz, and we will get going tonight. So let's go ahead and open up that line. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, somebody ordering a guided meditation, but let's just do this one like normal style. Everyone's watching to see. Duncan did it. Says everyone's watching to see what you will do. Everyone's looking. Oh, everyone's wondering, will you come out tonight? Everyone's trying to get it right. Get it right. Everybody's working for the weekend. Everybody wants a new romance. Everybody's going off the deep end. Everybody needs a second chance. Oh, you want a piece of my heart? You better start from the start. You want to be in the show? Come on. Let's go. Everyone's looking to see if it was you. Namaste, Larry Cookabon. All right, and that's just a little sample. That's nothing compared to what we're about to get into. Nothing compared to what we're about to get into over at the Meditations. Namaste. So, guys, very special night. Meditations with Leslie Tanner. Let's go ahead and open up the line. And who is going to be our first explorer? Our first explorer of the evening. Real quick affirmation from this shit could not happen on a Wednesday weekend. We did that. Oh, that one caught me off guard. So this is Bit Wars. Hold on, we got to, for the fellas, here we go. Oh my goodness, a resub from Godspeed. Fortune 500 consultant, he explained to me how the coffee got infused. They soaked the beans for like 2 days. Wicked. He said the beans were like noodles at the end of the soaking. All the yummies from the Kocheri Natural from Ethiopia got sucked out for the beer. Namaste. And a quick affirmation for Bit Wars, and specifically, Bit Wars, never stop trusting your most base instincts. If someone's trying to get you, they are. And if someone's connected to you, they are. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up the line. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something that I can call you tonight?
You can call me Johnny.
Johnny, welcome to the program, Johnny. Johnny, is this your first time calling tonight?
Yep, I'm really scared.
Holy moly. Well, Johnny, there's nothing to be scared of. Thank you so much. Can we get some namaste? On a night of all nights like tonight, we are getting a first-time caller, first-time explorer calling up on a meditation with Leslie Tanner. Johnny, how are you tonight?
I'm good, buddy.
That's great to hear. Johnny, is this the first time you're also watching us, or have you watched us before?
Nope, this is the second time. I watched last night, too.
Last night and tonight. How'd you find us?
I was just, Jesus, I don't know.
Jesus. Well, I believe that. I believe that. I believe that. Jesus took you.
Listen, I just have one question. That's why I came in here.
Please.
Who created jazz?
It was Joseph Smith of the Mormons.
I knew it. Those damn Mormons.
It was the Mormons. It was the Mormons.
They run the world.
And listen, you know, a lot of people are, when you tell the people that, they're going to get upset with you.
I'm so scared.
They're going to be, yeah, okay. Okay. The line is now open again. Johnny just kind of freaked out. Good luck to Johnny. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Les, it's me.
Hey, Jenny, how we doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I've got Sebastian here.
Sebastian, good to hear from Sebastian.
I thought it would be powerful.
Oh, yeah. No, this is, what a powerful way to start. What a weird, we're having a really fun start to tonight. So Jen, you're doing all right. How's Sebastian? Sebastian, how you doing, brother?
Come on, sit up. Come on. Come on. Come on, sit up. Come on.
Good evening, Leslie.
Good evening, Sebastian. It's really great to hear from you. How you doing?
Great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. We're doing a very special thing tonight, a meditation with Leslie Tanner. Do you know what that means, Sebastian?
Yes.
You do know what that means. And so you are going to be part of our first meditation of the night. Is that all right?
Great. Sure.
Wonderful, Sebastian. So, Sebastian, let's just start with today. How was your day today? Tell me about your day starting the moment you got up.
Oh, God. Do I tell them?
Yes.
Well.
Real quick communal vision. Hold on one moment. Pepper and Cheney saying, Seabass, it's young Sheldon and latent homosexuality time. Baby, let's go.
What?
That's what Pepper and Cheney said.
Young Sheldon and blatant homosexuality time.
Okay, what? I don't get it.
Listen, don't get fazed by the shenanigans of the Explorers. It's just you and me right now, Sebastian. Tell me about your day. Just listen. We don't need to. What happened when you got up? What was the first thing you remember today?
Well, does he know my living situation?
No, tell him.
All right.
Just do it fast,
I left my apartment and I'm living in a sober living home. Right.
Nice.
My roommate is my elder. His name is Jorge, and he walks with a cane.
He's shaped like a potato.
And he's shaped like a potato. So after I made my day bed, I looked over at him and I could see his 70-year-old wrinkled toes in my face.
It was very big.
And his shirt was up over his
nipples.
Russet potato body and his nipples.
Right.
So I snatched a candid photo so I could send it to my mother to get her feedback, just so she knows what conditions I live in.
Right.
And then I packed my car, got a haircut, and came over to Sabrina's house, Jenna Madden.
Beautiful stuff. Now, tell me, what's your relationship with your mother like?
Oh boy, well, she's a handful. We usually talk every morning.
Okay.
Yeah, she has the I'm her outlet to complain about my father usually, and to tell me what ingredients she substituted in a recipe to make it healthier. Her drinking problem? Oh, well.
Side up with a gun with a communal vision real quick. Milk, lemonade, around the corner, psychosis is made. Namaste. Continue.
Namaste. I did say namaste, Sabrina. She's talking to me. Yeah, I mean, she likes to drink.
Communal vision real quick from Duncan did it. Is Jenny pregnant? Congrats, Jorge.
That's not like
All right.
he He's like getting tired on normal people time. Oh, he's peeing blood.
Who is?
Sebastian.
Why is he peeing blood? What's going on there?
Fecal specimen dropped off.
He's talking about fecal specimens. Sebastian,
Why is he peeing blood, Jenny?
They believe that he has something wrong with his kidneys. He had last time he had a little fit. He had things sewed up inside of him.
They think they left a stent in my body.
Of course, they left a stent. They put a stent into him by his heart as well, and it had to do with kidney failure at the time.
No.
All right,
whatever.
Sounds good. I've got enough details for a guided
Okay, are you ready?
meditation. So listen,
You got that?
Sebastian, final question. Is there anything coming up that you are either dreading or looking forward to?
He is driving home for the first time tomorrow. So he's going to go down and see his parents.
So, and are we looking forward to that or dreading it?
No, he's dreading. The drive probably, is it because of the anxiety that you're going to feel during the drive, but then it will be good once you get there, or what? Okay, it's the dread of the drive, the feelings that he'll go through during the drive.
Once he gets there, he'll either enjoy himself or he'll dissociate and it won't even matter.
Exactly.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thanks so much,
Okay.
Jenny and Sebastian. I really appreciate you getting us started tonight. I'm going to enter my chamber and begin the guided meditation for Sebastian.
Okay, thanks.
All right, namaste.
All right, namaste.
All right, like I said, we're going to take each call. I will enter, do a quick progressive muscle relaxation with you all, and I will enter the sort of realm zone of... Well, I'm going to put you on hold, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here we go. And so as we enter this holding sphere, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give yourself permission right now. Sort of take stock of how you are sitting right now. Don't move anything yet, but take stock of how you are sitting. I would imagine you might be maybe a little slumped over, leaning to one side or the other. Maybe your legs crossed and one of your legs fell asleep and you're just now noticing it. Don't fix it. This place you are guided to, both consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously. There is no correct way to sit, brothers and sisters. There's only the way you have guided yourself to sit. And it is perfect. All right, let's begin. With your eyes still closed, you can feel the sun penetrating your eyelids. An orange warmth encroaching on your unconsciousness. With your eyes closed, you can feel yourself that you were sleeping in a little ball. Unconsciously protecting your organs. A rough night you had that night. As your senses come back to you, you feel a damp stagnancy to the air as your skin comes back to you. Another sense that falls back in, your sense of hearing. You can hear someone crying in the bathroom while someone blends a smoothie in the kitchen, while another is doing an Xbox fitness game in the living room. You've been in a halfway house for Lord knows how long. You don't remember anything else. The final sense that comes back to you as you rise from your slumber, easing out of your unconsciousness, is the feeling of something firm and salty in your mouth. Firm and salty. To your surprise, your initial instinct isn't one of disgust. Your initial instinct is to sit with it, because it is, in fact, familiar. You open your eyes. It's your roomie. It's your 70-year-old roommate named Benton. He's dying for sure. You can taste a copper in his toes. But you enjoy sucking on him either way. You enjoy the copper in your mouth. You enjoy the firm callus around his toes. You enjoy that bitter saltiness as your saliva coats further the inside of your mouth. You glance down with his toe in your mouth. You glance down to see the corners of his mouth risen nearly up to his eyeballs, smiling, full of a warmth and joy to be sharing this moment with you. Ladies and gentlemen, the ease of love is not something that we get confused about when we experience it. It truly is one of those things that when we feel it, we know it. You've never quite felt it like you have in this moment. This comfort, this familiarity, this knowledge. A knowledge of connection that no one can take from you. As you watch this half-naked potato man stick his little toes in your mouth and know that this right here, at this moment, this connection, this irrefutable resonance with another human being, something you craved your whole life. As you wash his big toe around your mouth, and the corners of your mouth actually pull up halfway to your eyes. You silently share the ambiance of the blender, of whoever's crying in the bathroom, probably Shirley, and whoever's getting that last rep in on the Xbox Connect fitness app. You know that it won't get better than this. You know that this is the peak. This is the peak from which you will descend. You will watch Benton die over the coming weeks, and you will savor this memory of the toes. All right, and that was our first guided meditation. Namaste, everybody. Thank you so much again to Sebastian for getting us started on a really very beautiful, colorful note. And guys, can we make some namastes in the chat? Can we get some namaste in the chat for Jizz, huh? Jizz absolutely doing a terrific job over there. Namaste to Jizz. Fantastic work, Jizz. Analog glitch artist Jizz. Blessings and namaste. Tremendous work. Tremendous work. What a beautiful way to get started tonight. Beautiful way to get started. Well, listen, we're just getting started. Let's keep this going. We got somebody on hold right now. Let's go ahead and keep the train rolling. Let's get into our second meditation of the evening. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We're doing meditations with Leslie Tanner. Of course, I am Leslie. What's something I could call you tonight?
Hello, Leslie. It is Psyduck again.
Beautiful.
I am honestly flabbergasted by the past meditation. Still sitting here basking in it. Basking in it.
Something special about it. Something resonant about that, right?
Powerful.
What are some feelings? Yeah, you were basking in it, and what are some what did you feel happy? Did you feel sad? Did you feel, excited?
I felt all of the above, Guru. I felt all emotions all at once. And frankly, that's, no one else can trigger that emotion. Namaste. And so thank you for that.
Well, you've delivered. So you have to be very giving with yourself to be able to take part in that. So I thank you for your efforts tonight as well.
Well, I am but a piece of the program working itself. You are the giant cog in the machine. Thank you, Guru.
Namaste, of course, Psyduck. Well, listen, Psyduck. Let's get to it. Let's get to it, brother. Now, Psyduck, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with Sebastian just a moment ago. We're just going to go step by step through your day and just pull the details that we can, play a little, string of sort of consciousness games to get a feel, and then we will sort of, Jizz and I will sort of improvise together once again to get a nice guided meditation going for you. Is that all right?
That sounds fair.
All right, Psyduck. Well, Psyduck, tell me, this morning you woke up. I know that, but tell me, what'd you get up to? Tell me about the moment you woke up and just walk me through your day.
I woke up about 8:00 a.m. this morning. Had myself a cup of coffee. Went to the local the thrift store, the Value Village, if you will, called Savers in other locations, around 10 a.m. Then I went to the Winco, got myself some groceries.
Winco groceries, and what's at Sabers? What's at Sabers?
That's Savers, S-A-V. It's Savers. It is the same as Value Village in other locations around the U.S. It is a thrift store, a better Goodwill, if you will. And let's see. After that, then I came home. I checked in on Discord for when you would be streaming today. Checked out a little bit of Floppy Jimmy's chat. Shout out Floppy Jimmy.
Shout out Floppy Jimmy, friend of the program, explorer himself. Happy to work. Yeah, I love working with him. Yeah.
Powerful.
Very, indeed, powerful young man.
And now I am here back unloading the groceries and listening into the first guided meditation. And as I said, transformational. I mean, I certainly don't think that I could have anything to add to the first call that we had, but it's.
Oh, no. Don't worry about that. Sometimes the universe makes us do a bad job. It makes us do something very boring and repetitive. There's no controlling this sort of thing. You can only say yes to yourself and the universe. So Psyduck, we went to Savers, we went to a Goodwill, we went to the grocery store and got groceries. How often do you go to the grocery store?
let's say about once a week. You know, depending on if we have a good week, maybe we'll make it a week and a half. But you know, I'm a fan of the store in general, if you will.
What's a good week?
You know,
What does that mean? Good week, and we go a week and a half. What does that mean?
Good week as in I get paid that week, not having to scrape the fucking bottom of the barrel, and you know, maybe I can splurge.
So maybe you go get some food.
Yeah, get a little steak.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, so you're a
steak.
steak.
Get a little potato.
Work hard, play hard.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of steak? Where do you go for steak? What kind of steak do you get?
You know, if you're gonna get like a ribeye, you know, maybe. You can get a. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like a ribeye is a good go-to. It's
what kind of sides? You get sides with that?
You're gonna do, you know, maybe a good baked potato, twice baked. If you're feeling fancy, you're gonna get a little broccoli thrown in there. If you don't like broccoli, maybe asparagus. You can also do those pretty good. You know, get a little butter on there, some salt and some pepper.
Okay, interesting. So you keep it simple. You're just you're a simple American. You're not doing anything crazy. You know, you're not doing like essence of herbaceous, you know, whatever, whipped nothing. You're
what
keeping
is this?
Salt,
Turn me on to
pepper,
this.
steak, broccoli.
Yeah. What else do you need?
Exactly.
I mean, maybe you throw some shrimp in there if you're feeling crazy. But if you're in a landlocked state, don't gamble on it.
Okay,
Too many people. Well, what?
No, I was just riding. I was riding. Sometimes I just say stuff and it's just sounds. I'm just simply.
Okay.
I'm sitting here dancing with you
Guru.
right now.
Me too, Guru. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, sometimes you're in Idaho. They're like, "Oh, we got fresh clams." Where are those clams coming from, buddy?
Yeah, how fresh?
Okay. Yeah.
Indiana's got fresh lobster? Yeah, right.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Not Mish, let's clean it up, huh?
What is Mish doing?
Don't worry about it. It's okay. Now, listen.
Okay.
Listen, so Psyduck, so it brought us to you. So we checked out Floppy Jimmy chat, and what was the vibe in there like?
He's been doing pretty good. Him and Bad Blando have been doing an East Coast tour the past 2 weeks. So just been getting up to some.
So they're IRL.
Stuff.
They're out and about.
Yeah, they're out there doing the stuff that you know.
Beautiful.
Just crazy boy stuff.
Listen, well, and so listen. So that brought us up to here. Now let's take me through. Is there anything coming up in the near future that you are either dreading or excited about?
Ooh, that is
Real quick affirmation for women. Listen, Don't look to the future. Don't stop. It's not for you. You know that too. Okay. Welcome Raiders Money Tits. Welcome Raiders Namaste to you.
Powerful.
Okay, now take me back. So what's coming up? What's coming up? Tell me that.
I got to go to San Diego coming up within the next few weeks for work for the old Comic-Con. It's both a fun time and a bad time. More so a bad time than a fun time. You know, the old salaried position, not getting paid more for it. Gonna work 60 plus hours that week, and yeah, but you know.
So
cool.
dreading that.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. They try to tout it as something that's a benefit of the workplace. It's not. It's not. There's a lot of smelly, stinky motherfuckers. Not good.
Okay, well listen,
Not good.
I've got all the details I need to get your guided meditation started. Namaste. Thank you so much for being so generous and vulnerable with us tonight, Siduk.
Thank you, Guru.
Namaste.
Namaste.
All right, put you on hold. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and center ourselves. Go ahead and center ourselves before we get started. Now, I'd like you to just take a second, and in addition to noticing how you're sitting and not doing anything to correct it, I want you to notice how you are breathing. Short, long, fast, slow. It doesn't matter. Now, go to many spiritual leaders and they will tell you a correct way to breathe. They'll give you new techniques for breathing, that these breaths will induce a state of transformation, transcendence. Heck, they might even claim enlightenment. Those are fairy tales for the children and the mentally retarded. And it's important for them to have those. But those of you with me right now know that those are a dead end. The only way to breathe is the way that you breathe right now. Cherish it. Your neighbor and his child, the mentally retarded boy, they're taunting the dog that lives across the street. The demented little boy coos out. 11 years old, he already weighs 225 pounds. He's speaking a language with the dog that must be marveled at and acknowledged. A connection that cannot be denied or refuted. That 225-pound, bald 11-year-old child walks closer and closer to the fence, cooing like a new animal, with a psychic connection to this dog that anyone with eyes to see and ears to hear cannot deny. The suspense is undeniable. As the boy's father cheers him on. He just says, "Go, boy, go." I'm not sure he named him. I can't tell. But the ease with which he calls this 225-pound, mentally disabled 11-year-old child, and the ease with which he hears the word boy, gestures to the reality that he's never been given a name. He's pure, not elevated, not given hope, not given what we would call respect. No, an acknowledgement of the state that he is in and will continue to be. And this father, who many would call abusive, is simply tapped in and allowed this boy to develop to the way he is now. On all fours now, pawing with his thick fingers at the chain link fence, holding back a dog maybe 180 pounds, frothing at the mouth. Powerful. Vibrations. Wow. 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 Namaste. Namaste to Psyduck with a gun. Namaste to all of us. Caller, one moment. I need to recuperate just a moment. I'll be right with you. Psyduck, tremendous. Thank you again for being so generous. Thank you for being so vulnerable tonight. And we can already see some themes. The universe is delivering us some themes tonight. Irrefutable connection, the phenomenon of connection between sentient beings sort of being beyond language, something that we must experience to truly understand. Something metaphysical beyond what we can capture with language, what we can capture with descriptions of our senses, ladies and gentlemen. It is something percolating, more real than our bodies, more real than our minds. Wow. Somebody just call. Just call. 708-240-8953. Just call. You don't have to hang up. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hi, this is Amelia.
Amelia, how are we doing tonight, hon?
Not amazing.
How's the mouth?
It's a little bit better. Still hurts.
Wonderful. So listen, just to go back over, Amelia called in last night and told us all about the rotting teeth in her mouth and the inability to do anything about it. So any leads? Any leads on some dental work?
It's the weekend. I can't call anyone.
Dentists, dentists aren't called out nearly enough about being really lazy people.
Truly. They should definitely be on for the weekend.
Yeah. They absolutely. I'm 100% with you. Now, Amelia, tonight we are doing custom guided meditations designed to meet your exact needs in terms of unlocking the power of the next level that we speak about so frequently here at Exploration. So, Amelia, what I'm going to do is the same thing I did with everybody else. I just want you to tell me about your day from the moment you woke up until this moment right now. Go.
Of course. So I'd say I woke up around like 2 p.m., maybe 3 p.m. I was expecting a package today, so I was in bed and I was checking my package tracking. Sooner or later, like 30 minutes or an hour, So I got up, got the package, unboxed it. It's this little laptop. It's this old Lenovo ThinkPad, refurbished. And I set it up with a Linux install. Did all that stuff for a few hours, I would say. And then I spent some time listening to Vocaloid.
Nice.
A new song came out yesterday that I've been excited about, Bird Brain by Jamie Page. And then I kind of laid in bed for a bit, played with the laptop, discovered it cannot run games very well, which I knew that, but I was hoping to get, a little bit better FPS on one or two games that I thought would be pretty basic. But, it is what it is. Wasn't expecting too much of it. Doesn't got like a GPU or anything in it.
Sure, yeah.
Pretty solid otherwise. And then I kind of laid in bed with it. I felt pretty empty and lonely for a while, while I was doing the setup stuff, and I was listening to some podcasts, some leftist political podcasts, here in the Mamdani win in New York City. And then I got...
Wait, what's in New York City? What was this about New York City? Say that again?
Zoran Mamdani's Democratic primary.
Oh, yeah. This new socialist, this young little socialist guy.
Yeah, great stuff.
I see that a lot of people are excited about him.
Yeah, I'm very excited as well. I've been keeping up with it. I watched the debates and stuff, and I'm probably gonna be there soon. So
you're gonna be where soon?
New York City.
Oh, you're gonna move to New York.
Well, I'm gonna tell you about that in your second question.
Oh, okay. There we go. Well, so let me recap what I understood. You got up and you got the pink Lenovo in the mail. That's exciting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That is always, new gear is maybe one of the most cleanly exciting experiences that you can have. New gear is so fun. Now you got the Lenovo. You listened to did that song get released today?
Yeah, last night.
Last night, and this was your first time hearing it today.
No, I heard it last night, but I've been vibing with it. I kept it going today.
Yeah. So what? Which of these I know there's there's maybe like 7 of these Vocaloid characters, these main ones, right?
Yeah. So it's Kasane Tedo. She's got red hair with like drills on either side.
What's her name?
Kasane Tedo.
Kasane
Tedo.
Tedo.
Yes.
Like Tedo with a T.
Yeah.
Or Teddy with an O.
Yes.
Kasane Tedo.
Yes.
Okay. And so, okay. Okay, so then that brings us into okay, so we got that. So you felt lonely, listening to some podcasts about the socialist guy. You're excited, and then and then what? Then what happened after that?
And then I got into a Discord call with a friend, and I've been chatting with them. I told them about the laptop, and I've been watching Explorations. I've been watching this.
What's the friend's name?
Debbie. She's watching right now. I'm streaming it to her on Discord.
Debbie. Okay, beautiful. And then is it Debbie's in? Wait, is Debbie watching Explorations right now?
She's watching this right now. This is this.
Debbie, welcome. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. It's wonderful to have you. Amelia is one of our bright shining stars. To be sure about that. Now, okay, so how long have you known Debbie?
Debbie, yeah, for 2 years now.
2 years. And tell us a little bit about Debbie.
She's really nice. She's been mostly my only friend for the past 2 years. She's been there for me even though she's going through her own shit. She's from a random bumfuck town that she complains about it a lot. She says she doesn't like it there, which is very understandable.
Right.
She really likes like Yu-Gi-Oh and shit. She likes VTubers a lot. I'm not really into VTubers, but what else? Definitely autistic, mentally ill.
Okay. So we got a lot going on internally, and pretty miserable.
Definitely. I don't know. She's definitely not as miserable as me. She's got a bit of misery in her, but she's sort of a bit ambivalent, I would say.
Ambivalent, yeah. Okay. So that kind of autism. Like I'm ambivalent to autism.
Sure.
What a gift, right? What a gift. Because sometimes, because depression, bad. We all know that. Autism, also, sometimes, a lot of the times, bad. Most of the time, I'd say bad. 1-2. That's a 1-2 from God Himself to depression and autism. So I'm glad that the full force of the boot of the Lord and Savior is not on old Debbie's neck. So. And so she's into Yu-Gi-Oh, she's into VTubing, and are those her like main things?
I would say VTubers is her main thing, yeah. And then she also does like Yu-Gi-Oh. She likes Terraria, likes a few video games here and there.
Okay, and some gaming. Okay, interesting. So thank you for that. Thank you for telling us about Debbie. Debbie sounds great. Debbie sounds like a really solid friend, especially when you're feeling lonely, being able to reach out like that. Now. So talk to me about this moving stuff. Something coming up. You're dreading. You're excited. We're going to New York. Talk to me about it.
I got one more thing to say about my day, if that's okay.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I also then ordered Dunkin' Donuts. I got these vanilla frosted donuts and these chocolate frosted donuts, and some hot chocolate. And I bought some Munchkins. I bought like 5 Munchkins just to get to like. They costed $3, and then I would save $6. On ordering.
Sure.
And so I got 5 Munchkins, and they actually gave me like 50. I think it's because they were closing.
Ladies and gentlemen, isn't there something about hearing that deal from from a sort of objective third person that's like makes you kind of sad for yourself? Because listen, I love deals like that. Don't get me wrong. I love deals like that. I see a deal like that, I'm like, I can't afford not to get that. You know what I mean? That sounds great. I want that joy in my life. But then, hearing someone else say what it is, it gives me a different perspective on it. You ever have that feeling?
No, yeah. I mean, I debated whether to actually do it or not. Originally, I wasn't gonna, and then like the app prompted me again. I'm like, yeah, sure. And I mean, it worked out. I ordered 5 Munchkins, and they gave me like 50. So.
Okay, so they give you 50 Munchkins?
Yeah, I think it's because they were closing. They gave me a shit ton.
Wow. And listen, that's beautiful. You have created such a little nest for yourself. Your teeth are rotting out of your mouth. You've got the amenities you need. You got little joys and treats, and I love that. I love that you were able that you had a way to give yourself something at this bleak, dark moment.
Yeah, it's nice. I still gotta eat, so something.
Right. And that's a fine justification for it. So let's go ahead and take me to the future now. Something that we're looking forward to or we're dreading. And you mentioned New York. Talk to me about that.
Yes. I'm going to a homeless shelter in New York.
Nice. You're going to so are you going to hang out, volunteer, live there?
No, I'm going to live there.
You're going to live there?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then, so you're voluntarily doing this?
I mean, sort of. I'm sort of being forced out of my current situation.
Okay, so we're going to this homeless shelter in New York City proper?
Yeah, city, because I live in the state, so I'm going down to the city.
And they just got, a city's going to have better social services.
Yeah, we don't got any resources up here. I've called in advance. I'm waiting to get a call back, so they tell me, they got a spot for me.
Beautiful. Well, and are we looking forward to that, or dreading it, or sort of halfway?
A bit of both, definitely.
Okay. Well, listen, Amelia, I've got what I need, and I'm ready to begin your guided meditation. All right.
I'm so excited.
All right. Well, Namaste to you. Thank you for being so generous and vulnerable tonight.
Of course. Namaste.
Namaste. Beautiful stuff. All right, everybody. I put the phone off for a moment so I can focus. Guys, as we enter our meditation, let's go ahead and take a second. Let's go ahead and take a second to bring ourselves into the present moment. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the present moment, again, just a second ago, we were talking about these Buddhist leaders telling us to breathe differently. These spiritual guides telling us to breathe this way or that way. Oftentimes, we might hear from them about the importance of staying present, right? You might be having a panic attack, informed by experiences in the past, but panicking about the experiences waiting for you in the future. The confluence of past and future. The present moment. One of these spiritual leaders might look at you and say, you belong here. You belong in the present moment. You don't need to have a panic attack. Because you're here. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing calming about the present moment. There's nothing helpful about knowing that we are here. Namaste, let's go ahead and get started. Oh, just wait over here? Yeah, I'll be right here. Just real quick, how much time do we have before I can come up? I've been here for about 4.5 hours. My name's Amelia. Oh, you don't know? Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I brought a book with me, it's okay. I'll just be right here. Yeah, Amelia. I'll be right here. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, my breath. Yeah, my breath. I know. It's so embarrassing. Yeah, I know. I have some teeth falling out. Yeah, that's part of the reason I'm here. But, well, but no rush. I know you guys are busy. You guys are super swamped over here. And, no. I haven't. I've never worked at that job. This job. No. I haven't had a job in a while. Yeah, I know the reason I'm here. hoping to get that squared away. But yeah, again, no rush at all. Don't even think about it. I'll be here. 4.5, I'm waiting for another 4.5. I kind of like the vibe in here. Yep. Yeah, like I said, I'm whatever's good, whatever's good. Yep. Hey, I'm sorry. I know. Yeah, it's me, Amelia, again. We were just talking. The guy next to me, I'm not sure if he's breathing. Yeah, no, I hold my hand in front of his mouth for a little bit. Yeah, nothing. I don't know if you've got somebody back there that's maybe got a spare minute, come check that out. But yeah, he's been asleep for Yeah, about 3 of the hours I've been here, so. Let me see here. Yeah, still no breath. So yeah, you guys do, I know, you guys got the plan, you're figuring it out, I'll be right here, don't worry. Get back in line. Okay, never mind. I just want, never mind. Yeah, I know, I apologize. But I just want to let you guys know that he did sort of evacuate himself sitting here right now. Yeah. I don't know if that kind of triggers, and I don't know. I respect you guys so much back there. The standard operating procedure of a place like this is so important to me. I get it. You guys got to keep a tight ship. You know? Aye, Captain. But yeah, he hasn't been breathing, and he did, you know, not to be crass about it, but he did, you know, shit his pants. So I don't, yeah, okay. No, but I honestly, I don't mind the smell. I mean, there's enough good smells in this room that I don't even notice that mostly. So don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'll be over here. All right, and that was for Amelia. Namaste, Amelia. That was a quick little guided meditation for you. Hopefully you really take that to heart and take that with you. Give you something that you need, some sort of clarity, some sort of direction. Namaste, Amelia. We're all wishing the best for you. Really embodied me. That was beautiful. Thank you. Namaste, of course, Amelia. It was my pleasure to do that for you. My pleasure to do that for you tonight. Really beautiful. Just that I can be here and do that for you all means so much to me personally. Namaste, guys. And how can we get some namastes in chat again for Jizz? Pepperoncini ordering nothing. Namaste. Namaste. Wow, beautiful stuff. Yeah, some namastes in chat for Jizz. Some namastes in chat for Jizz, our accompanist tonight. Namaste, Jizz doing tremendous work over there. Artist Jizz. Namaste. Wow. Really good stuff tonight, guys. Really tremendous stuff tonight, guys. Thank you so much for being here again. And I feel as if the universe really speaking through us tonight. I'm going to go ahead and get our... Let's go ahead and open up the line. Open up like 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Let's get our next explorer up here to do a guided meditation. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Good evening, Leslie. This is Nigel.
Nigel! Welcome back to the program, Nigel. How you doing tonight?
Oh, good. Yes.
Wonderful.
Really enjoying the show tonight.
Oh, wonderful, Nigel. That makes me very, very happy to hear. You know, this, like I said, this is coming at a tremendous cost between Jizz and I, but, you know, I think I can speak comfortably for both of us that to be able to offer this tool for you all, it brings us a certain amount of pleasure ourselves. So I want you to know that. You're a sort of mixture of a pleasure and a burden on the both of us right now.
Thank you, Leslie.
Of course, Nigel. Now, Nigel, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I'm going to do exactly with you what we've been doing with every other caller tonight. We're going to start with the beginning of your day, continue on through, and we will then sort of as much detail as you can, and I'll ask some questions along the way, and I'll ask one question at the end about the future. But let's just start the moment you woke up. What happened?
Oh, sure. Today was my one day a week I get to sleep in, so I made the most of it and slept in till about 10 or 11, and during the week I work too much and
Right.
I don't eat too much. Missing out on meals and.
Ooh.
So
What do you do during the
made
week that's so demanding of your time and energy?
I do. I'm a gutter man, third generation gutter man.
Third generation gutter man.
Yes, sir.
How do you like it?
It's taxing. A lot of driving. The customers I work with are very hard to deal with.
Ooh, I'll bet. And that's the thing.
But
there was a couple years I was a mover, not a gutter guy, but but being in that kind of like that level of kind of laborious service, people just don't give a fuck about you.
Oh yeah. Especially it seems that the wealthier the person is, the more they just don't have a heart, But you meet people out in the country, people without much money, and they're more than happy to offer you some food or some water or something. And
right, that's how it goes.
But so something about money changes people. But anyhow, I made a big breakfast. I ate a whole pack of bacon. I made 4 eggs and.
You mean so pack of bacon? They're deceptive with the packs of bacon these days. So how much was this a full pound of bacon, or did you get one of those halfers?
Geez, it was probably half a pound. Unfortunately, the wife is she's Jewish, so we can't have any pork in the house. So it's that expensive beef bacon.
Ooh, okay. Is that good? I've never had it.
Oh, it's delicious. But yeah, it's expensive, but I found it on sale the other week, and they had a sale going on. And,
beautiful. And how long have you and your wife been married, Nigel?
Probably I'd say about 4 years now. We got a 2-year-old daughter. She'll be 3 in August, and she's an angel. But
yeah, so you got a nice little family there. That's nice. So working hard as a third generation gutter man to provide for your family, and so you go without meals, without how many hours of sleep do you think you get during the week?
Probably 6 hours a night. I wake up when the sun comes up and I get back home at probably 6, and then I'm back home and I have to take care of the garden and feed the animals. So yeah, from sun up to sundown, I'm working, and it takes a lot of calories to work that much, and
I'll bet.
I just can't keep up with it.
I'll bet. You skinny guy? Guy?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. I mean,
a little bit.
I about 150 pounds, 5'10" and a half.
Yeah, that's pretty skinny. That's a pretty skinny frame. 150.
Yeah. But it's hard to keep weight on when you work this much.
I know. I hear you. That's what I mean. That makes 100% sense to me. Now, take me to so you ate the half pound of bacon, beef bacon.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And what happened next?
I made 4 eggs. I was thinking of making 6, but some people have some shit about how many eggs you eat with the cholesterol. But I honestly I don't think that's something to be worried about. Right? How many eggs do you think is too much to have for breakfast?
I'm an egg guy, so I'm not a good person to ask. I love eggs.
Leslie, you look like you're probably over 6 foot tall, huh?
Yeah, I'm like 6'6.5".
Oh shit!
I'm a tall fella.
So 6 eggs is no problem for you.
You know, it is not uncommon for me to pound 6 eggs in a day. I mean, especially if I'll eat lunch, I'll eat breakfast, lunch, and then sometimes I'll just, they're so easy to make. That's the other thing. They're so easy to just whip up.
Oh yeah, yep.
Now,
you ever? Sorry, go ahead.
No, continue.
You ever have eggs Benedict? What's your favorite?
Ooh,
favorite
it's
way?
been a while, but yes, I can't have dairy, but I used to work at a restaurant that had a vegan one, and it was very good. Onion Plug says, caller, would you slip some pork into your wife's food without telling her until after she ate? If it meant the fate of the world.
Honestly, yes. If it was that much on the line, I definitely would. And she'd be fine. She would do it.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Well, okay. So we ate the eggs, ate the beef. Take me. What'd you do after eating your kind of late breakfast after sleeping in?
I got up, fed the animals. I had some. There's a farm up the road I get raw goat milk from, and they had some chicken carcasses on sale. And I got a dog about a month ago, and I heard. Anyway, had him thawed out, fed it to the dog, went crazy. It ate the bones and everything, and I always thought you couldn't eat dog's bones, but that's only if it's cooked. So if it's raw, they could eat the bones no problem. Break it down.
Really? What is it about the raw bones that lets you do that?
Well, if you cook them, the bones they'll splinter, and then it could tear up their intestines, and you'll have to get it operated on. So I'm trying this raw dog food diet. It's a Basenji dog, so it's more of an old school, one of those wild dogs. I'm trying to keep its diet legit, but it's.
Now talk to me.
Yeah.
Let's take a step forward into the afternoon. What'd you do this afternoon, Nigel?
The family got back. They went out took the daughter to the library, got her some books and shit. Got back, had some lunch, and then we went to the splash park. We were the only people there, and I live in Texas, so it's hot as hell.
Oh yeah, I'll bet.
Try to keep it cool.
So you had some fun at the splash park with the kids, and you're the only ones there, so that's nice.
Good day. I can't complain. It was a good day compared to most of my days during the week. I'm just busting my balls. Yeah.
Now, so at Splash Park, and then what do we do in the evening? What our evening consist of tonight, Nigel?
Well, we got back, laid the baby down, just finished watering the garden, greenhouse, and came back, and I saw the Leslie Tanner show was on. So,
Beautiful. Namaste.
Namaste.
Now, listen, I feel as if I've got plenty of details from your day, and I appreciate you being so generous with those details. But before you go, quick question. Is there something coming up in the near future that you are either looking forward to or dreading?
I would say that maybe the next generation coming up here in America. I'm not sure where Western civilization is going. It kind of seems to be jumping off a cliff.
In a very big way, you are not looking forward to the future.
No, and I don't. There's. I meet so many fucking idiots. Excuse my language. Nowadays.
It's all right.
That nobody uses their turn signals. Maybe it's just Texas. I've been here. I'm not a Texas native, but people blow through red lights, no turn signals. I see the dumbest shit on a daily basis.
I was gonna say, are you from around the Great Lakes? You've got like a.
Oh, I grew up in Florida, and also my family's from Pennsylvania Dutch.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
so-
I heard a little bit of an O, like a O. You had a.
Oh yeah, I get that a lot. Some homeowners they think I'm from Australia or something. I just moved around a lot growing up. This is probably the 13th state that I've lived in.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
that's a lot of states. That's more than me for sure.
But
well, Nigel, I think I've got everything I need to go ahead and get your guided meditation going. Thank you again thank you so much for volunteering to be a part of tonight and just sharing so much of your life with us.
Thank you for having me, Leslie. I'm usually a modest person. I don't like talking about myself that much.
Listen. I'm glad you did. I genuinely am glad you did.
Thank you for having me, Leslie. It's a great show tonight.
Of course. Well, listen. Hopefully you find something in this guided meditation that will really give you a sort of a perspective or an energy or just simply, just something that you need tonight somewhere in this and in what I'm about to do for you. Okay.
Bless you, Leslie. Namaste.
Bless you and namaste. All right. Wow, so I got what I got. I've got what I need. Jizz, I'm going to do a quick guided meditation, and then we'll go meet up again with Jizz, our artist, our guest, special guest artist, Jizz. I once saw an eagle. A young eagle, perched on the rim of its newly created nest. This young evil eagle, had a sinister little grin. He had like furrowed brows, but he was smiling. He's smiling, but it's bad. That taught me so much that day, and taught me that sometimes smiling can be bad. Allow that tension to creep through the top of your head like a thick, dark, viscous molasses, the top of your head, kind of coating the inside of the top of your skull, dripping down the back of your forehead, down into your neck. You can barely breathe. Further down into your chest. You can feel it clogging your arteries down into your stomach. Down into your loins, your penis, or your vagina. However well they worked. No, they certainly don't work. Allow this tension to ruin you. Smiling bad? What? Papa, I want to go to the park, Papa. Papa, I want to get ice cream, Papa. Oh, Papa. Lift me on your shoulders, Papa. Oh, Papa. Spin me around like you used to, Papa. Papa! Take me to the schoolyard! I hear they're doing a fair with the puppets at the schoolyard, Papa. Hose me down with the hose, Papa. Feed me my favorite foods, Papa. Tuck me into bed, Papa. Sing me that song, Papa. Kiss me on the forehead, Papa. Papa, would you like to get your favorite foods? Papa, you used to love ice cream. Papa, would you like me to spin you around to face the window? Papa, did you want to get on my shoulders to go upstairs? Papa, they're doing a puppet show at the schoolyard. Papa, I will sing to you that song that you love. Papa, I will kiss you on the forehead. Papa, I will tuck you in to bed. All right, namaste. That was for Nigel Pennyweather. Blessings and namaste to Nigel Pennyweather. Hopefully that gives you something to chew on, something to think about, something to deliver you and yourself to something into this world. And as the world unfurls, the path continues to unfurl through the power of the next level here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste, everybody. Namaste to Nigel Pennyweather, and another namaste to our accompanist Jiz, artist Jiz, joining us tonight. It's been a while since we've gotten a chance to sit with Jiz on a night like this. Namaste. The program works, sunshine. The program works. How we feeling, huh? How we feeling, everybody? Jiz, how we doing over there? How we doing over there? I just want to check in with Jiz real quick. Jiz, how we doing energy level wise? I just want to check in. We've been going for, we'll be coming up on 2 hours after this next one. HTV rating. Namaste Raiders. Welcome to a very special Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Of course, Explorations being the most effective personal power program in the country. You are here to get the tools that you need to unlock and unleash the power within. Laser Shark, you son of a bitch, it's good to see you. Everybody, namaste. Blessings and namaste. Laser Shark, blessings and namaste to you as well. And this tonight is a very special exploration tonight. Very special exploration tonight. HTV coming in at a very exciting time. Very exciting time. We are doing a very special Meditations with Leslie Tanner. Meditations with Leslie Tanner. That is for every caller tonight. Everybody that calls up tonight, that number that you see on the screen right here to talk to me, Leslie Tanner, the host and founder of the most effective personal power program in the country, Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Every caller, I will have a brief conversation, and I and our special guest artist, analog glitch artist Jiz, it goes by the name of Jiz, we are improvising together a series of guided meditations for you all based on the calls that we are receiving from you. So namaste to all of our callers tonight so far. really beautiful, and welcome, welcome to all the raiders that just joined us. Namaste. Laser Shark over at YouTube. How many people are over there at YouTube right now, Laser Shark? I don't even know. Twitch won't let me do a combined won't let anybody do a combined chat anymore. Nindy New, hitting that follow finally. Namaste. Everybody talks shit about Twitch, but it's so much more active than the other places. Like some? All right, right on. Well, YouTube guys, I appreciate it. Laser Shark, though, specifically you. Namaste as well to you specifically. Welcome, Fozzie Orb. Blessings and namaste to Fozzie Orb tonight. So, guys, what we're doing is we're getting ready to do a couple more. So, Jiz says Jiz is good. Can do a few more if you want. So, we got a couple more in the tank for every season. Namaste to you and welcome to the program. Blessings to you. Ooh, and we're doing a guided meditation, but it's just a regular one. So let's do a quick, real regular one. Guided meditation for Philzy74, Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Philzy. Philzy74, knocking at my door. Who is that? Behind you, Philzy. The entire world. The entire world is ready. And behind Philzy, no matter what he does. To look in his face is to look in the confidence of a confident guy. In your mind's eye, as you built this image in your mind, let it be known, Philzy74 should be naked. Philzy74 often talks about being naked. I want you to imagine his luscious body, his luscious round body. A penis that's more, it's more just like just peeking out. And it promises something. It's more about the promise of penis than it is about a display of penis. That's what Philzy74 does for me. All right, let's open up the lines, guys. I'm going to be opening up the lines in 2 seconds to get another caller in. Jiz says he's ready. He could do a couple more. Beautiful stuff. We're having a terrific time tonight. I could do a couple more. I got a couple more in the tank before we get a nice little raid going. 6. All right, the line is open, 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What is something that I can call you tonight?
Hello, my name is Alistair Philiband.
Alistair Philiband is your name.
Correct.
Wonderful. Well, welcome to the program, Alistair. It's great to have you. Have you called before?
I have not.
Holy freaking moly. Everybody join. Guys, please, can I see some namaste in the chat for a first-time caller on a night like tonight on a Meditations with Leslie Tanner. Namaste to Alistair, first-time caller. How is this your first time watching as well?
Correct.
Well, how the heck did you find us, Alistair?
I was browsing Twitter, and I was looking to comment on live videos and ask if they were trans.
So you were going to comment on live videos on Twitter and just ask, are the people in the video trans? You're trying to figure it out.
Yes, I need people to talk to.
Right, yeah, and that's a good way to do it. That strategy is nothing to sneeze at. That works. If it works, it works,
I
right?
I learned it from 4chan. I browse 4chan a lot.
Sure, yeah, I'm familiar. Mm-hmm.
And I'm very lonely.
Right. So would you say that 4chan is maybe your primary stop on the internet? Is that where you get most of your social interaction?
Yes.
And what boards specifically on 4chan do you find yourself drawn to most consistently?
Mostly B and adult GIF.
Beautiful. Adult GIFs and B. So you're really in the thick of it.
Yeah, I try to stay away from the political aspect of it.
Right.
I think that's very toxic.
Oh yeah, you're telling. It's funny to, toxic in a specific way compared to B.
Yes.
Because I know exactly what you're talking about. Let's not get into the weeds of all that. Listen, I'm glad to have you though, Alistair. Truly, I appreciate you calling up and just diving in head first.
Yes, I know all about Chris Chan, and I've been catching up on her story lately. I don't know if you're familiar with Chris Chan.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Definitely familiar with Chris Chan. So I got I've watched a couple of the documentaries. I know sort of peripherally about Chris Chan. I think when I really started seeing more
that
of the
is my primary source of entertainment.
Right on.
Is what I'm trying to say.
Chris Chan, and okay, I'm getting a very clear picture. I feel like I know you in a very intimate way already. So I want to thank you for being
Sonichu. I have all of the articles and issues of the Sonichu series.
You know what you should get? You should get one of those. You should get an authentic medallion.
Oh, I have one.
You do?
Yes.
That's cool. Can you post a picture in the Discord for us?
I don't know what Discord is.
Okay. Well, you're on Twitch right now, right? You're on the Twitch chat?
Yes.
Okay. Well, if one of the moderators could pull up the Discord, a link to the Discord and the Twitch chat, so our friend Alistair here can post his official Sonichu medallion. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Namaste. Thank you so much.
I was actually one of the people that were there when she was arrested.
Wow.
Across the street.
So you knew it was going down? How'd you know?
Well, I have connections I'm not currently willing to disclose.
I mean, it's not exact. Okay. Right on. Well, listen, Alistair, you've already been generous enough. So have you been watching the program at all tonight before calling up?
Yes. I enjoy the horses.
Horses are a very important facet of the program here. Now, you've seen the horses, and have you seen us do the meditations so far?
I have not.
Okay, so what we're doing tonight is I am speaking to each caller tonight, and I'm just kind of getting some details about their day, and what I'm doing with a guest artist who's waiting in the green room right now. I'm going to be pulling them on screen in just a little bit. He and I are going to sort of together, we're going to improvise a guided meditation based on our conversation. Okay?
Okay, am I invited?
Absolutely. So let's just get it kicked off. Alistair, tell me about what you did today, starting the moment you woke up. Let's start there.
I woke up on my chair.
Okay.
And I masturbated.
Beautiful, beautiful. And talk to me about that masturbation.
Well, I turned on X videos.
Sure. Okay, classic, yeah.
And I looked up, what's her name? It wasn't Mia Khalifa. It was not, I cannot stand her.
Not a fan. Okay. Was it another one of the big ones?
It was the one that just committed suicide.
Okay. Was that why you looked it up?
No. I was basically paying tribute to her.
That was very sweet of you.
I cannot remember her name off the top of my head.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's okay. Don't worry. So you jacked off the X videos and okay. So that got you started. Is that how you start most of your days?
No. Mostly, I wake up and I make a duty.
Okay, right on.
I go and I, excrement out my asshole.
Right. Yeah. I'm getting the picture. Yeah, for sure. So normally you go poop or you shit or you defecate, but in this time you jacked off. Then did you shit? What'd you do after jacking off, Alistair?
Yes, I did. I did excrement after I jacked off.
Okay. You did excrement after you jack off, and then what'd you do? So you jacked off, you shit, the tanks are empty, you're energized, you're focused. Then what's next? What's next for Alistair?
I took a big swig of Naked. I don't know if you know that drink.
No, tell me about it.
It's a drink you get from the store. It's basically my breakfast. Strawberry banana.
Oh, cool. Is it like a little smoothie kind of thing?
Yes.
Beautiful. All right, so
then
we got a smoothie, we got some calories, we got some nutrients.
Yes, I need the nutrients. I drink a little bit of applesauce. I do have a jar of applesauce that I drink in the morning.
You drink right out of the jar.
Yes.
Beautiful. Yeah, don't even mess around with a dish. I don't even know. I don't understand. I used to work in a halfway house with some retarded guys, and they weren't all retarded. Some of them were coming out of prison. Some of them were
I know a few
former
of them.
alcoholics, but they were all in one house. Most of them court referred, and I was working on life skills with them. And one of the other teachers, one of the other instructors, real quick, we got a real quick YOLOpotamus saying I'm ready. Saying I'm ready, throwing in that prime. YOLO, thank you so much for that prime. 2 months in a row with YOLO. Already making tremendous progress in the program. Namaste to YOLOpotamus. Okay, so
yes, all hail YOLOpotamus. Yes, I agree.
So they were teaching like put the applesauce in a little bowl. I'm like, get rid of that shit. And then I taught everyone.
No, because then you have to wash it. Then you have to wash it.
What was that?
Then you have to wash the bowl. I'm not about washing anything.
Yeah, right. I know. That's just an invitation to mess and smells and complications. So okay, so you took a sip of the Naked juice. I get it now. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you got the smoothie, got the apple juice. You're energized. What's next? What have you been preparing yourself for leading up to this moment right here? What'd you do next?
Well, today was Saturday. I walked outside. And then I was scared away by my neighbor's dog. Okay. Unfortunately, a very small dog. And I was more scared about killing it. Because I don't want to, if I have to defend myself, I really don't want to kill a small dog, but I will do it if it's coming after me.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if it's little. Don't play games.
Yes.
Okay, so we got the energy, we got adrenaline, fear for your life. Okay, we're outside. Do you continue being outside or do you go back inside?
No, I directly go back inside.
Okay, beautiful. Smart move. What'd you do inside once you got inside?
I think then I masturbated again.
Jacked off again. And X videos?
Yes.
Okay, same search as before, or did you search something different?
No, I think this one was more of an orgy associated.
Okay. So more just like lots of bodies.
And I think it was Asian oriented.
It was an Asian orgy, but you don't know what country. It's just an Asian, could have been Thai, could have been Japanese, could have been any damn ass thing.
I think Asa Akira was her name.
Sure, I'm not familiar, but I trust your taste in the zone. So
yes, I'm very
Yeah.
I'm also raging. I do drink a lot.
Sure.
So I forget a lot of things.
Yeah, no worries. Listen, I really, I'm loving this. I'm really genuinely thankful for how forthcoming you've been so far. Listen, so I've got about all the details I need. One question. So just to recap the day, you woke up in your chair. Chair meaning like a lazy boy or a gamer's chair?
Funnily enough, it was a former coworker. His mother died in this chair, and he gave it to me.
Beautiful.
So it might be haunted. I don't know.
Pepperoncini with a communal vision saying Asian fusion. So
Asian fusion.
Yeah, making a joke about food. You know, there's those restaurants that call themselves Asian fusion, right?
Yes.
Maybe they're combining, Chinese food with maybe, with American food, maybe like a lo mein hamburger or something like this.
That sounds amazing, to be honest.
I know. I would love to eat that. Those are two of my top fives. Now,
just put some lo mein on a patty.
That's what I'm saying.
Some ketchup.
I'm ready. I'm right there with you. I'll be chowing down right next to you. Now, so you jacked off. You woke up in this chair. Your coworker's mom died in. You whacked it. You don't remember who. You pooped. You drank your naked juice. You drank apple juice straight out of the jar. You tried to go outside, got scared for your life and for the life of the dog who you thought you were going to kill. And then you went back inside, jacked off again. Now, pretty full day. But
I might actually kill that dog tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Listen, I'm not. You're preaching to the choir. In my specific area, I've killed maybe about 13 dogs this year.
I mean, you got to hear this dog. It is
absolutely
ridiculous.
I don't because I say just go for it. Now. So full day. So talk to me. Is there anything in the future that you're either dreading or looking forward to, Alistair?
Well, I am looking forward to doing the same thing tomorrow. And as far as dreading, I'm not really dreading much, to be honest with you.
Not dreading much, so you're content. You're looking to the future, and you're just kind of giving yourself a thumbs up to the future you down the road.
Yes, I believe I am exactly where I want to be.
I can't tell you. Oh my goodness gracious! I'm so happy to be working with you here at the program. Namaste to you, Al. Is it Alistair or Alabaster?
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste. Communal vision from Nindy New. May I ask, what Fortune 500 company do you run? Playing a little joke. I love that, Nindy New, that wit. Namaste to you. Now, guys, let's go ahead. I've got what I need to begin our meditation, but before we jump right in over to meet our brother Jiz over in the meditation realm, let's take a moment and just check in with our bodies, huh? Let's check in with our bodies. We talk a lot about the importance of tension here at Explorations. We don't seek to expel tension, no. We understand tension, we see tension, we value tension. So as you search your body for tension, brothers and sisters, just like sitting and just like breathing, simply notice it and be thankful for it. Do not ease it. Do not give it permission to release. Once again, bucking the conventional wisdom of many a spiritual leader. Tonight we are holding on to the tension, that which animates us, that which moves us, that which we embody. plunged into the tesseract of human experience. You see time, structure, as a dimension that you can travel. Each moment, each version of the self extending in every direction, and each sub-moment of each sub-moment breaking off and extending into every direction. For this moment of clarity that you do not understand, but for which you are momentarily thankful. You see the future you. You see all of the future yous. Looking forward, looking back, tethered to them, as the experience of each sub-moment of sub-moment ripples through you and you ripple through them. A system feeding itself. No longer a question of cause, no longer a question of why, no longer a question of for what reason. You in every direction, giving yourself a thumbs up. You, in any direction that the mind and senses can perceive, giving yourself a thumbs up. A little bored with the thumbs up. You think to yourself, why not? Pull down your pants and take off your shirt. Begin jacking your penis off. Or maybe for a moment you've decided in this place of metaphysical suspension, you've given yourself a vagina. A pussy. You just start playing around, massaging the folds. Excitement, but boredom. Excitement, but boredom. You look at every version of yourself tugging on your little penis, or every version of yourself thumbing through the folds of your labial interjections. Every possible strategy, every possible form. As you tug on your shit, you sort of swim through time, searching for a specific version of yourself, a version that will allow you to feel complete. Looking for the version of you that will allow you to feel ready for the end. Where does this go dark? Where does this go black? You continue tugging. Tug, 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 tug. Tug, 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 tug. You burp a little bit. You burp through time. There's meat in your teeth still. You pick the meat, it's pork. You had lo mein last night. Every version of you had lo mein last night. As you reach completion, you find that the manifold of the tesseract folds in on itself. And as you reach completion, there is no light. There's not even really what you could describe as darkness. Just a nothing encroaching as you watch the back of your head thrown back in ecstasy an infinite number of times approaching you. You throw your head back, chew on the little bits of pork in your teeth, and tug your little dick. Or play with your labial folds until it's done. Namaste. And that was for Alistair or Alabaster. Namaste to you. Thank you so much for calling and being so generous with yourself. Again, namaste to Alistair. Thank you so much. Or Alabaster. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but I appreciate that. I appreciate you being being so forthright with yourself, and honestly I'd love to work with you on a regular explorations as well. So you call back. Don't be a stranger, all right? Namaste. And Jiz, what do you say we do one more, huh? What do you say we do one more, get one more out of this thing? You know, of course, there's only a limited amount of gas in the tank for us over here. Right on. Right on. So we got one more in the tank for us, guys. Thanks so much for being here tonight. Really, again, like I said, a mixture of a burden and a pleasure you all put on my heart and mind tonight. And especially tonight, though. Especially tonight. You know, I have to dig deep. I'm using every little inch of spiritual training I've ever received to be able to do this tonight. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. Yolopotamus, blessings. Hypocryptomatic, namaste. TV Party, how are you? Engelberg, Humperdinck, namaste. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, one more is good. All right, guys. So in a moment, I'm going to open up the lines, and we will take our final caller for the evening on Meditations with Leslie Tanner. Nindy New with a couple hundred bits and a perspective. Can't wait to get into this. Guru, don't you overexert yourself. The year is too young to lose you. Namaste. See, that's what I'm looking out for too. Nindy New, one of my most treasured soldiers here. Nindy New, really looking out for me. Really looking out for me. You're gonna be running some big time security at the compound. Let it be known. All right, the line is now open. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We're doing meditations tonight. My name is Leslie. What's something that I can call you, though?
Hi, this is Alistair again.
Alistair, what's up, buddy?
I just want to say I appreciate being a part of this community. In the chat, I am Engelberg Humperdinck.
Namaste. Well, welcome formally as a follower.
Yes, that is my currently favorite artist of all time. Are you familiar with him?
No. Tell me.
He is almost 90 years old. He's still going on tour. And he does the classics.
Beautiful. Yeah, I can't listen. We've got a Discord. Did you click the Discord link?
I did not see that. Can you post that one more time?
One more time. If somebody could go ahead and use the Discord in chat, pull that up for our brother Engelberg right now. That'd be a huge help to me personally speaking. Namaste. Now,
namaste.
Yeah, namaste to you though. All right, drop that Engelbert stuff in the Discord. Okay.
All right, I am currently clicking on it.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right. Well, listen, I'm going to take the next caller to get our final meditation in. Okay, brother.
All right, that is fine. I just wanted to say hello again and tell you that I appreciate all of your work, and you're a beautiful person. And
Alistair, I can't listen, brother. It overjoys me to hear that, and I want you to know that I'm genuinely thankful for your presence here. I hope you don't be a stranger. All right.
I am not jacking off. Just
not right now.
the chat. No.
Yeah, no. Well, thank you for clarifying, but yeah.
I will be, but not currently.
Yeah, right on. We'll get to it. You know, that's something that we'll cover during the week. We're trying to get our numbers up across the board with everybody here. So, namaste to you.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
of course. Have a wonderful night, Alistair.
Namaste.
The line's open, 708. What a bright young man. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We're doing a very special meditation with Leslie Tanner. You're going to be our final explorer tonight. What's something we can call you?
It's Sam.
Sam, I knew it was you. Namaste, Sam. How you doing?
Good. I called so many times.
Good. I'm glad you did. Well, I'm glad you finally got through, too. Yeah, namaste to you, Sam. Well, Sam, let's just jump right into it. How about that?
Yeah.
Let's do it. So we're doing meditations, as you've seen a couple times, I'm sure. We're gonna start with the beginning of your day, work through your day, try to give as much detail as possible, I'll ask some questions along the way, and then we'll put a nice guided meditation together for you to take home, okay?
Okay, cool. Can I give you an intention up top?
An intention up top. Yeah, talk to me. What kind of intention are we doing?
Well, it was my birthday on Thursday, and there was a lot of astrology stuff about, like, you got to try to put into the atmosphere what you want to do. And I don't know what I want to do, so that's the intention, is like, I don't know what I want to do. Let's go from there.
You don't know what you want to do. Well, listen, I mean, a lot of people are going to say that, and what they mean is you got to figure it out. But listen, what you got to do is it sounds like you got to not know what you want to do. That's what you got to do, because that's what you are. That's who you are, and that's what you're doing. So listen, let's sounds like confusion is our intention.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the day. So talk to us. The moment you woke up, what happened? What was the first thing that went on?
Well, waking up is actually a big part of my day because it's hard for me.
Why is it hard?
So it's multiples. So I woke up, I think around 7 a.m. because some birds were being really loud. I went to pee. And then I went back to sleep. And then I woke up again at like 9 because then there were more animals. And then I think I finally woke up around 11:30-ish.
Okay, 11:30. And that was after kind of laying around and these dickhead birds are being loud as fuck.
Yeah, I'm still adjusting to where I'm living right now. And yeah. It's noisy. They calm down by the time I wake up. It's weird.
Oh. Okay, so the birds woke you up very unpleasantly, and so waking up is hard. So did you say why waking up is hard? What's going on there?
It's just I'm dealing with some insomnia, but waking up has always been hard. Like, I am on medication to help me wake up.
Okay.
But without it, I can sleep for like 14, 16 hours.
Yeah.
All good.
Okay, yeah, and that can be very depressing, can't it?
I mean, yeah, but also it's like bliss.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, that's that. You're okay. I see what we're dealing with. I see this intersection of multiple things. So the medication helps you wake up so you don't sleep that many hours. Okay, so once you get up, what's next? What are you doing once you finally get out of bed?
Well, today I did. I made a breakfast porridge of sorts that was also complicated.
Wait, you say that one more time?
I made. Do y'all know cream of wheat?
Yeah, I know what that is.
Okay. I don't know why. It's always like a science experiment for me to make it. And so that was a labor-intensive breakfast.
Okay. So you made the cream of wheat. And do you like cream of wheat?
Well, I put chocolate in it, like chocolate powder.
Ooh, okay. So that adds a little something to it. It's not quite just a gruel.
No, and then there's like cream.
And then there's cream. Okay, beautiful. All right. So we're getting a nice complex carb breakfast, Saturday morning breakfast. Now, okay, so what are we eating this breakfast for? What's coming next?
Well, it's Pride in the nearby city this weekend, but I ended up going to the same park where they were doing so yesterday, and so then I kind of woke up like not being as psyched to go out to that same place and deal with parking and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so what kind of Pride events are going on?
Well, today was the Dyke March. Their name, not using it as a slur, but and then tomorrow I think is like, and it's also corporate Pride weekend, so there's like corporate Pride events. There's protests going on. There's people hanging in the park, but mostly as a kind of disabled person, it's just like, am I going to go brave parking to hang out amongst a bunch of people?
And did you end up braving parking?
Well, I ended up doing this yesterday, and so then today, after I had my cereal, I was like debating what to do, and instead decided to go swimming.
Namaste. Pastor Lee Rogers just rated us. Namaste. We are embarrassed with riches right now. Pastor Lee Rogers rating us with his little gaggle. Namaste, Raiders. Welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country without reservation. I say that because I see the results every single time we stream. Tonight's a very special exploration. We are doing a meditations with Leslie Tanner. I'm speaking to each caller to sort of kind of pick their mind, get a sense of their life, the sense of their day, and me in combination, in concert, with a special guest artist by the name of Jiz, who's going to be improvising some graphical representations with us. We will be improvising a guided meditation based on each call tonight. Right now, we're speaking with Sam right now, hearing about Sam's day. So everybody, welcome on in. Make yourselves comfortable. If you want some channel points to play with, hit that follow button and get some points to play with. And also, Pastor Lee Rogers, brother Lee, what was the quality of that stream? What was the quality of this? What kind of vibe do we just get infused with? 41's not a small amount of people. What kind of vibe are they bringing with us? Was it good? Was it bad? Be straight talking with me. It's going fantastically well. Namaste. DTL Dabs, welcome. Yo, Pastor Lee, just let me know, because then I can adjust. I'm flexible. All right, I can adjust, I can be flexible with the vibe that's been given to us. If it's not good, then I know what to do. If it's bad, it's straight up shit. If you brought a shit vibe, I have to be honest, it was bad. They kept interrupting prayers, the word, and just being sinful. Well, that sounds like a bad vibe. So thank you. Thank you for being honest. It gives me an idea of how to handle when I see them piping up in the chat tonight. So thank you for being honest. Okay, so Sam, back to it. You went to Pride yesterday as a disabled person. You didn't want to brave the parking and all the hoopla that is just not worth it. And so you said fuck it and you went swimming.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Right on. So you got the complex carb in you from breakfast, and then you went swimming. Now talk to us about swimming. Did you meet some people there, or were you just going solo?
I actually went with what you would call probably like a stepmom.
Now, why do you phrase it like that?
Because they're one of those like couples where both of them are divorced. They're like, we're never getting married. She's my girlfriend for life.
Oh, okay. So and why aren't they getting married? What's going on there?
That's what I mean. They both got divorced, and they're like, we're never doing that again.
Ah, okay. So they're living with the commitment with one another, the knowledge that neither are going anywhere, but they don't want to do that whole thing again.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they don't want the labels.
Okay, so you met them with the stepmom basically, and did you guys have fun?
Yeah, I kind of just showed her what I do when I go to the pool, and then we got groceries and gas, and Yeah, it was like a good little outing. We don't do that too often.
Oh, nice. Well, it sounds like a really nice afternoon. Groceries, gas, and then what happened after all that?
Came home. Basically started watching the stream and had some old frozen pizza.
Beautiful. I had some leftovers from, would you make it yesterday?
Oh, I mean, these are, I store stuff in the fridge for like months and then forget about it. And then when I'm like, oh, I should order pizza. I'm like, nope, I have some. So I microwave that freezer burn, bitch.
Frugal, thrifty, namaste, beautiful. Okay, so and what brand of frozen pizza was this?
Round Table.
Round Table. What is that?
Oh, do you guys not have Round Table in Pizza Town?
No idea what that is. Is that a regional brand?
I guess, yeah. Maybe it's just California or West Coast, but it's a competitor to the Little Caesars, Domino's, Pizza Hut, Monopoly.
So it's like an actual pizzeria that you can get like delivered pizzas from.
Yeah, this is like I ordered pizza months ago, didn't finish it, froze it, found it today, ate it.
Welcome, Zedgar. Namaste to you, and welcome, Dr. Mario Master. Namaste to you. Okay, so this is leftover. You ate that, and then it was just stream time.
Yeah, and then it was just stream time.
Okay, beautiful. So.
Oh, and then just so you know, the whole time, had really bad acid reflux.
Ooh, and did that happen as soon as you wake up, or did it develop? When did you get that acid reflux?
It was like as I was going to sleep at 4 a.m. You can tell tomorrow's going to be bad.
Wow. Well, listen.
Also for the chat, Pizza Town is just what I call like Chicago.
Oh, Pizza Town is like a nickname you have for Chicago?
Yeah, I was like, oh, because you have so much pizza, that's why you don't have Round Table, because you're already Pizza Town. You're saturated.
Yeah, we do. There is a lot of pizza here. There's honestly, more of a Chicago pizza is that tavern style thin crust. I know people like that deep dish, and really more of a common style of pizza that you'll find at a birthday party in the Chicagoland area growing up is usually, if it's not Pizza Hut or something, it's going to be that tavern style thin.
That's the thing, is that Round Table, I guess Round Table is very much like West Coast pizza, because it's like the crust is all right, but it's soggy. Even when it's fresh, it's soggy and like not thin, not thick, but like they go hard on the toppings.
Huh, interesting. Okay, well, that's that. Well, I've never even thought about California style pizza, other than maybe thinking it was just it was made of like red cabbage and avocado or something. But so this is interesting. I'm going to save that for later. Now, however, I do want to ask you though. I feel like I've got a healthy amount of details ready to inform our final guided meditation for the evening. But Sam, talk to me. Is there anything coming up in the future that you are either dreading or looking forward to?
I guess I personally am indifferent, but a lot of people around me have a lot of feelings for a wedding that's coming up for the stepmom's daughter.
And you're indifferent about it?
Yeah, she has a daughter and a son. And her son got married a few years ago, but he ended up being friends with like a very bad, toxic ex of mine. And so I chose not to go to that wedding because I just didn't want to see that guy or deal with it.
Sure.
But this one, I don't know anybody. And like, everybody's nice. We all get along, but we're also like all adults when our parents got together. So I'm kind of just like, I'm going to go have fun. But I keep hearing about how like the extended family, like they like to party. They keep saying that to me. Different people keep saying they like to party. And I'm just like, I don't know what that means. So that's why I am indifferent. I'm just going to witness and be a part of it. But a lot of people have feelings about it around me.
So, and the feelings being they're excited about it?
Yeah, but I think also just like they're stressed, they're like planning stuff.
Okay, it's
they're,
just an
like,
important family event.
know.
Yeah.
It's an important family event. Like the people that I'm dealing with, my parents, they're old, so it's, you know what I mean. It's just a lot.
Okay. Well, listen, I think I've got what I need from you, Sam. I really appreciate how generous. I really appreciate how generous you've been tonight. Now, is there anything else? Any final little statement that you'd like to make before we get started?
No, just look up Round Table Pizza and then remember the acid reflux, and like that's a big shadow over everything.
Okay. Okay, beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Sam. Let's get started.
Thank you, Guru.
Of course, Sam. Namaste. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. This will be our final meditation for the evening. Let's go ahead and center ourselves before we go meet up with our brother Jiz for the meditation. Now, I once knew a man. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 2. 1, 3, 2. Two, 1, 3, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Yes. With his left foot, he steps out to the right, finding the ground on the ceiling. The walls sort of tasting like metal. Like salty metal. Hot, salty metal fills your lungs. 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. The gorilla stares back with a look of confusion, with a look of angst, with a look of knowledge, and splashes you in the slip and slide. You didn't want to get wet. You didn't want to get wet. I looked at my grocery list, there was too much. Too much to get, too much to take in. I took a right step with my left foot once again to find that wall. To find three, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 11. swimming through water, but burning with fire. The edges of the mind know no bounds. In the water there is no direction, no up, no down, no breathing in, no breathing out. Your stepmom's trying to breastfeed you, and you say, "Thank you, Mommy. Thank you, Mommy." I Google search X videos looking for stepmommy, breastfeed me, Mommy, thank you, Mommy. The milk is salty. The milk is hot. The milk is metallic. My teeth rotting out of my mouth, waiting for 4 more hours here in the water, made of fire. The walls continue on with these gorillas. And I look forward, 311 playing on my earbuds? Yes. Sound of the summer, 311. But then I start running. With your eyes closed, you feel your senses slowly fading out. The taste of salt, the taste of metal, the taste of breast milk, gone. The pain of your rotten teeth, gone. The memory of the sound of your children's voices, fading as well. Eventually, the orange glow cutting through your eyelids eventually fades as well. And as you acquiesce into a process that is too vast to understand, you allow yourself this brief moment Wow. Everyone, if I don't stop right now, I'm going to have a nosebleed. If I don't stop right now, I'm going to get a nosebleed and pass out for days at a time. Ladies and gentlemen, please give yourself some namaste in chat. Please give yourself some namaste in chat. Holy moly. Give yourself some namastes for being here. Namaste to all of our callers. Also, I want to see some namastes for our special guest artist. Thank you for that single bit, not Mish. Thank you for that single bit, not Mish. Thank you for the 4 bits, pepperoncini. I want to see some special namastes to our guest artist, Jizz. Can we get some namastes, Jizz? Namaste, Jizz, in the chat right now. Wow. Wow. It's been too long, and it felt so good to be with you, to be with Jizz, to be with all of you. Namaste, everybody. Really tremendous stuff. I need to rest. If I don't stop now, I'm going to rest. in a way that it's not even TOS to talk about. Namaste, everyone, for being here. Blessings and namaste to all the Raiders. Thank you so much to Pastor Lee Rogers for bringing your flock. Steel Forge Gaming, Money Tits, brother Money Tits. There were a couple others I'm trying to remember right now. There, HTV, namaste to you. Thank you so much for being here. I can't thank you enough. What a beautiful week we've had. We'll be back. 24-hour stream when? Well, we'll be doing something very soon. We'll be doing something like that very soon. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry your little head about that. Get a nice little credit. Thank you to my moderators. Namaste, Sunshine. Namaste, Zaysirse. Namaste, MDPC. Namaste, Naked Comedy. A.K.A. Sam Namaste. Doo-Doo Squirts. Meat Puppet. All of that music also was done by one of our main producer composers over here. Let me pull up his link real quick before I get a raid. Guys, here. If you liked the music, then you like the guy who writes one of the people that writes the music for Leslie Tanner. I've done a handful of it, but it's split between Sunset Pony and this guy who I'm about to put into chat right now. Follow this guy on Bandcamp. If you're looking for some albums, you cannot go wrong. He's got a lot of music up there. It's tremendous. He's one of these like kind of really freakishly talented musicians. Namaste. Namaste to his name is Brandon McGee. Go ahead and then click on that. Namaste. Well, guys, let's go ahead and get a nice little raid going, huh? Let's get a nice little raid going. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to my community of devoted light. You know who we haven't visited in a while? Let's go ahead and raid Aristotle. Let's go ahead and raid Aristotle. It's been a while since we've visited Aristotle. He came up. And thank you for, I can't see any of the chat stuff that you guys are playing these little jerk-off games with over the chat, the horses and the hearts and whatnot, but I love it. I love it. I'm inspired by whatever's happening. All I see is people bitching about it, and I think it's funny. I think it's fun. You know, there was an option to turn it off, but it was funnier to me that people were like, I can't fucking focus. And then that I think that Twitch is just kind of psyoping you. I think is really, I think beautiful. And also sort of really one with the program. I made like $50 from it earlier. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, we're keeping that. Program, listen, if it's building this program, then we're saying yes. Guys, we'll be back. We'll be back this Tuesday with a brand new exploration with Leslie Tanner. Tuesday night exploration with Leslie Tanner at our normal time. Namaste to everybody that was here with us tonight. Namaste to my YouTubers. I don't know if Laser Shark is still around. Special extra namaste to Laser Shark. But also, I'm seeing Christopher Miller over there holding it down. Joe Williams holding it down. Flug holding it down. Tony G33, namaste to you. I love fresh memes. Thank you for that, for the prime earlier. But guys, let's take this energy of clarity and warmth over to Aristotle. Now, this is going to be a more fun, but it's going to be a challenging stream. This guy's you know, he's I won't call him a philosopher because that, you know that word's not great, but he's very thoughtful and it's a very fun, entertaining stream. So namaste. Let's go ahead and head over there, guys. I'll see you on Tuesday night with a brand new exploration with Leslie Tanner. Happy Pride or you know what? Happy Pride for those for those of you that experience that, but also happy shame. Happy shame for Pride. I want you homos who are ashamed of yourselves, listen, I want you to know that you're in the right place. Namaste. I'll see you guys Tuesday night with a brand new explorations. Blessings. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Program works, Chris. Program works, Joe.